Now I have here three of the hottest na tablet available in the market. I have here the iPad Pro 3rd generation, the all-new Huawei MatePad Pro, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. So I will be sharing to you what are the advantages and disadvantages of these tablets, who would stand out as probably the best choice here dito sa tatlo. So let's get it started. So hi guys, ako pala si Richmond ng Gadget Sidekick and welcome back to my channel. So of course, gusto natin simulan with the unboxing experience. Let's start off with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. So the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is having a very slim box like this one. And I have here is a silver color, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 256 gig of storage. Opening the box, it's pretty much straightforward. We can see the Samsung print over here on this wrapper. And it's not even a plastic. It's something that is, well, cloth finish or something to avoid scratches on the screen. Pretty nice. And of course, tingnan muna natin the things inside the box. Of course, we have the Samsung traditional S Pen. We have a Samsung Care Plus warranty, I guess. We have a C2C cable over here. And of course, ang kanyang user guide na manipis. No chargers, nothing else. And this is the only one na tablet na wala akong naharap na keyboard. Wasn't able to borrow one, and well, this is just the one that I was able to borrow for this comparison. So, andito na ang gusto nating mabuksan. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. And ganda yung feeling niya dito, no? When you open this one, it feels nice. Ang sarap, ang lambot nitong fabric niya, no? Unlike the others, normally plastic. You can see sa likod, it's really nice. Ang ganda ng kanyang design, no? And this one is the one kung saan mo i-rest ang iyong tablet pen, no? And which is, I believe it's called the S Pen. Ganun lang siya, no? It will be charging on its own sa magnet. We have a dual camera setup. And meron tayong nakita mga parang border dito na wala lang, pampaastig lang sa kanya. Kinda looks good. And ang sound niya is by AKG, by the way. On the side, meron tayong power button, /fingerprint scanner, and kanyang volume rocker. Then, of course, meron siyang speaker dito and ang kanyang SIM tray. Ilalim, meron siyang dalawang speaker and of course, Type-C port. On the other side, this is to mount my keyboard na wala ako. On top, we have 2 more speaker, making it 4, and a microphone. Now, upon boot up, this is what you can expect from the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. One thing na hindi ko gusto dito sa Tab S8 is nasa likod ng kanyang mounting ng pen. So, meaning, when I put it on my table, hindi siya lapa. Okay? So, it's a little bit inclined towards the upside. I would prefer siguro kung nandito nakamount ang aking pen or nandito sa ilalim. Well, this is its design. Well, let's just appreciate the way it is. Next, unbox natin si Huawei MatePad Pro. This is the latest ni Huawei, latest offering na 11-incher na tablet. And it's, well, hindi pa naglo-launch and nakapaghiram na tayo dito from Huawei. And honestly, I do not know the price yet. So, I won't be revealing any price since di ko naman talaga alam. So, won't be able to make some price comparison. So, this is the tablet itself. So, maganda rin kanyang balot, no? Though it's just plastic, unlike sa Samsung, medyo magandang kanyang fabric na finish. Medyo mas maganda nga lang unboxing experience dun sa pagtanggal ng wrapper sa Samsung, no? Pagbukas natin, we have a 2 box over here. So, the good thing here is, well, there's still a charger na kasama si Huawei, unlike si Samsung na, well, nawawalan ka ng charger. Which is, of course, not a good sign for me. Kasi kailangan ko pa maghanap ng charger, magkakalkal pa ako. So, this is a 40 watts charger from Huawei. It's a supercharge. There's another box here which contains probably the SIM ejector pin. And inside, there's the C cable. And nothing more. But luckily, dito sa unit na to, I was able to borrow the smart magnetic keyboard and of course, AM pencil. One thing that I like dito kay Samsung is kasama na yung pen sa loob ng box, no, ng tablet, which of course, for me, supposed to be kasama na sila. Kay Huawei, nakahiwalay ang kanyang pen dahil you can have it or you can use without it. Tingnan natin tong tablet na case. Ooh, looks nice. Blue. Okay. So, apparently, it is a fox leather finish with the Huawei logo print over here. And yung butas ito para sa kanyang camera. Pag tinignan natin kanyang keyboard, it looks nice and typing is quiet here on this one. And meron pa siyang lalagayan ng pen, no? Ayos. Meron pa siyang mga pa-tips-tips pa dito. And inside, there are some manuals para dito sa keyboard. So, buksan naman natin ang pen ni Huawei. Dito sa loob, I guess it's simply just a user manual and some pen tips over here. Kita natin. And of course, the pen itself. We have a white one here na, of course, I prefer something na color black para hindi masyado dumiin. But this one I got. So, ganito ang paggamit ito. Lalagay mo na dito. Slide in. Cool. Tatanggalin na natin ang wrapper nitong Huawei MatePad Pro. Ilasin lang natin and slide it out and simpleng ganun lang. Okay, so we have here ni MatePad Pro. Bilog ka ng camera sa likod. Probably the first time I've seen one na ganun design in any tablet that I've seen. Huawei logo at the back. Matte finish yan, so magandang texture at the back. So we have a dual camera at the back, may LED flash. 3 speaker sa ilalim. Well, as per spec sheet. Sa baba may 3 speaker pa, so making it 6 as per spec sheet. And of course, ang kanyang power button. Kanyang volume rocker and some microphone on the sides. And that's pretty much it. Turning on the screen, kita natin na this is how it looks like dito sa Huawei MatePad Pro. And probably the first time na rin ako nakakita ng tablet na may punch hole. Unlike yung iba, normally mas makapal ang bezel, nakalagay sa gitna. But this one, punch hole. Kakaiba. And the bezels are pretty thin. Probably that's the winning point of this tablet. Of course, that's my first impression. So, lalagay lang natin right now sa kanyang keyboard. It's just simply like that. Tapos, ang kwento. Ganito itsura niya sa likod. And, well, you can easily use it like this. Okay? For demonstration purpose. Okay, so kukonek lang natin. It's just as simple as that. Basta nakaunan yung Bluetooth, connect mo lang, tapos ang kwento. Ganito lang, kasimple. What I like about this pen is there's 2 ways to place it. Either you put it here, kasi may magnet siya, and probably that's the way that you could charge it. And there's another way to put it, which is dito sa likod. This is a magnet strip na pag nilagay mo to, dyan siya mag-charge, no? Yan, ganun. Mas okay to, no? Kay Samsung. Well, I feel it's better. And saving the best for the last unboxing is the iPad Pro. It's an 11-incher na 3rd generation nandito sa aking table. And together with of course, a smart keyboard folio and a Apple Pencil. Simulan muna natin with the unboxing ng iPad Pro. So, oops. Yan. So, kita natin, this is how it was packed. Same kay Huawei, it's a plastic. Unlike kay Samsung, talaga feel ko mas premium yung packaging niya, no? Nonetheless, and of course, ipupull out muna natin the Apple way. What? Yan, no? Laki naman sana sa likod. And sabi niya iPad. Then of course, dual camera setup. Mukhang camera ni iPhone 13. Muna natin the other things inside the box. We have a cable na C2C and a charging brick from Apple. And if you can read it clearly here, nakasulat it's a 20 watts na charging brick. Tingnan na natin what's inside this one. So we have a user manual, warranty guide, and 2 Apple na sticker. Yun lang, walang ibang laman. So let's move on and open the smart keyboard folio. So manipis lang siya, no? Buksan lang natin. So you can see the keyboard case is here. So, just simply slide it out. Tingnan natin, no? Nandaan natin slide. Ayun. Tanggal din. So, similar siya kay Huawei. Meron siyang palaman sa gitna. So, meron siyang designed by Apple in California. And apparently, same din sila. Meron mga user guide. And ito ang kanyang charging terminal sa likod. And masarap ang feel nito, yung pagka-leather finish niya. So, ito yung butas niya para sa kanyang camera. And ang keyboard niya is almost looking the same kay Samsung. So, there's nothing that different. So, quiet naman ang kanyang keyboard, pan-typing. Pero magandang texture niya, that's for sure. So, before natin ikabit, buksan muna natin to Apple Pen. Apple Pineapple Pen. Okay, so, designed by Apple in California. So, most likely, there's some user manual dito sa loob, which is, yes, this is the Apple Pencil. So, this is the how it looks like kay Apple Pen. So, kailangan natin i-unwrap muna siya. So, yan. This is how it looks like. So, pasyalin ko muna kayo dito sa tablet na to. Sa ilalim may dalawang speaker and of course, Type-C port. Sa ibabaw also dalawang speaker and kanyang power button. There's also microphones over here. Kabilang side, it's just a microphone. Sa ilalim, there's nothing. And kita natin ang camera niya is hiding somewhere here sa ibabaw. And by the way, nandito pala kanyang volume rocker. And ikakabit ko lang siya just like this. Just make sure ang kanyang terminal ay nandito. So, ganun lang. Kukonect ko lang siya. Tapos, pwede mo siya tayo ng ganito. Okay? So, pag mount ng Apple Pen, i-clip mo lang siya sa ibabaw. Ganun lang di siya kadali, no? Parang sa Huawei. So, continue mo lang. If you want to try to write a few words here. So, Gadget, Sidekick. Ganun. It's really nice. I love the way na yung response niya, ang ganda. Well, expected naman sa Apple. So, continue. So, pwede ka mag-explore ng double tap. Okay? So, there's double tap over here. So, double tap if you want to switch from pen to eraser. Okay? So, ngayon nasa pen siya. Pag double tap, pupunta siya sa eraser. So, pupunta lang tayo. So, that's it. Ganun kadali lang gamitin itong Apple Pencil. So, we will not dwell too much sa kanyang keyboard and we'll just compare yung kanyang device itself. Itong tatlo, no? So, I've just shown you yung kanyang keyboard just for reference purpose. But the main course here is to show you yung performance ng tatlong tablet. Okay, so we'll make this review as objective as possible. So, right now, we have tatlong 11-incher na tablet. And probably the most pinaka-wide sa kanila is the iPad Pro. And kita natin, this one is having a LED display and it's 120 Hz and it supports also DCP3 and it has a 83% screen-to-body ratio. And this one is being powered by the Apple M1, itong si iPad Pro. Now, going over naman kay Huawei MatePad Pro, it also has a 11-inch na screen and it also supports 120 Hz of screen refresh rate. But this time around, this one is a OLED display. And 92% ang screen-to-body ratio niya. Dahil kita natin sa sobrang nipis ng kanyang bezel, no? Probably siya ang pinaka-thinnest among the three. And kita naman, it shows na ang nipis ng kanyang bezel. Probably the only thing na kakaiba lang sa kanya is siya lang ang may punch hole na camera dito among the three. And ang processor na meron dito sa Huawei MatePad Pro is a Snapdragon 870. Now, moving over dito kay Samsung, pinakita ko lang itong screen na ito dahil medyo dark. And this is how it looks like. So, nakita naman natin yung bezel niya is a bit thicker. So, this one is a 11-inch na LCD display. It also has a 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, DCP3, but it only is a LCD display. Now, this one is more powerful since it has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Now, pagdating sa processor, I believe na this two probably would be better than the Snapdragon 870. But pagdating sa display, I probably would love to have this one dahil sa nipis ang kanyang bezel plus OLED ang kanyang display. Pare-pare naman sa 11-incher but this one has to stand out. Now, I'll be checking ang kanyang Antutu benchmark scores dito sa tatlo. But, of course, I know na medyo kakaiba yung score na nakuha ni Apple dito na it's sort of blown my mind away. It has 1,197,000 points. Meanwhile, itong si Snapdragon 870 ni Huawei having 726,000 points. And si Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is katakataka, bakit 734,000 lang ang score dito kay Samsung Galaxy na Tab S8. Which is probably, of course, equally naman ginawa natin benchmark na to upon opening the box. So, fresh na fresh ang state. Ginawa na natin ang benchmarking just to be sure na walang kakaiba no, sa kanyang benchmarking. But of course, ito si iPad Pro having a different version 9.1.0. This one, itong dalawa having a version 9.4.3. So, Not sure dahil sa kanya discrepancy, but well, based sa nakikita natin, this one has to be the better chip. Or let's just say, mas smoother dapat ang experience natin dito sa iPad Pro. Now, ginamit natin ang Geekbench to give us a better view kung sino mas optimized na processor. So, si Apple having a single core score na 1,704 and multi-core niya is 7,239. Meanwhile, si Huawei having a 909 na single core na score and ang kanyang multi-core is 2,960. Samantalang kay Samsung is 1,226 and kanyang multi-core score is 3,219. Now, for me, medyo nanghihinayang ako dito kay Samsung is dahil hindi optimized ang kanyang Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. I know that this one should be a powerful chip na score niya sa Antutu should be around somewhere na sa 900,000 na, well, at least hindi na mabibreak ang 1 million score, but at least somewhere near 1 million. But ito, just having a 700,000 points near dito sa Snapdragon na, na 870 dito sa Huawei. So, more or less dito, itong dalawa medyo at par, but this one should be the winner pagdating sa processor, no? Ito na siguro, itong app na siguro pinaka-baseline ko kung sinos kanila ang having the better processor. And it shows na si iPad Pro clearly is the winner dito. So, tiningnan ko rin ang kanyang thickness and kanyang weight dito sa tatlo. So, si iPad Pro is having a 5.9 na mm ang kanyang kapal and the weight is roughly around 464 grams. Meanwhile, si Huawei is also having a 5.9 mm ang kanyang thickness and it's weighing just around 445 grams. Si Samsung naman probably is the thickest kanila lahat, 6.3 mm ang kanyang kapal and 507 grams ang kanyang body. Now for that, I think si Huawei clearly is the runaway winner. Not really that runaway dahil it's just simply 20 grams lighter than the iPad Pro, but ang thickness niya is at par 5.9 mm. But overall yung feel, I can say this one has the better feel paghawak ko and of course paglagay ko sa keyboard. I feel na parang mas masarap bitbitin to, no, as compared kay Apple iPad Pro. Now, pagdating naman sa speakers, si iPad Pro having a 4 speakers, Dolby Atmos powered, si Huawei having 6 speakers, and it's being powered by Huawei Sound, and si Samsung also has 4 speakers powered by Dolby Atmos. So, having 6 speakers, I think there's no doubt na mas malakas kanya. And I did try it here sa aking studio. I was able to play some music sa Spotify dito sa tatlo. And clearly, yung giving me the loudest sound comes from kay Huawei. And of course, syempre hindi naman siya Dolby Atmos, but having a 6 speakers na powered by Huawei, it is clear to me pagdating sa sound, watching videos on YouTube, on Netflix, or just simply listening to Spotify, mas enjoyable dito kay Huawei MatePad Pro. Usapang battery naman tayo right now, and si iPad Pro is having a 7,743 mAh of battery. Si Samsung is having a 8,000 mAh of battery, and si Huawei is having a 8,300 mAh of battery. And of course, this one, di hamak na pinakamalaki sa kanila na size, no? But of course, ang charging nila is different. Si iPad can support up to 20 watts of fast charging. Si Huawei can support up to 65 watts of super fast charging. But of course, ang kanyang charging brick is only just a 40 watts. Si Samsung naman dito can support up to 45 watts of super fast charge but walang kasamang charger. So I did use a GAN charger ni Ugreen na 65 watts dito. I was able to finish charging this one from 20 to 100 in just 1 hour and 12 minutes. Si iPad, ginamit ko naman ang kanyang default na 20 watts charger. Natapos tayo from 20 to 100 in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Ito naman si Huawei, tinry naman natin gamitin kanyang default charger na 40 watts and natapos tayo in 1 hour and 24 minutes. But of course, kung meron tayong 65 watts na fast charger dito kay Huawei, I'm sure this one would charge less than an hour and probably the fastest charging is nasa kanya. And the biggest battery is also na kay Huawei. So, on a day-to-day basis, ginamit ko naman sila individually and I was able to enjoy. And all of them naman, kaya naman mag-last through the day on a normal usage. Now, what I mean by normal usage is browsing the net, and of course, watching some videos, doing some video calls. Ganon kasimple lang. Nothing else. No gaming. And if you want to play some games dito, I'm sure kaya naman nila, no? But, of course, these devices aren't really made for gaming. But pwede naman. Now, in terms of user experience naman, lahat naman to okay. Now, I was really blown away lang naman sa speed nitong iOS 15 dito kay Apple. No? Dahil sobrang smooth and buttery smooth siya. Probably nag-enjoy ako dito kay Apple. But of course, if we're talking about Android, si Samsung naman is having the One UI version 4.1 and it also has a running on a Android 12. So, okay naman ka na UI, clean naman siya. But probably overall experience-wise, si Huawei gave me probably the better experience dahil latest ang kanya, which is, of course, running the Harmony OS version 3. And for me, it's quite a good experience using this one. But probably I would give it a tie between si iOS 15 and si Harmony OS version 3 in terms of smoothness ng UI as opposed sa Android 12 na meron di One UI ni Samsung. And the experience-wise, pagdating sa opening the apps and the other things, these two, I feel ko, mas mabilis ang opening ng mga apps dito as opposed dito sa kanya. Like I said, ang Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 dito kay Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is not super optimized. Now, alam naman natin right now, important ang online schooling. So, we do a lot of Google Meet, a lot of Zoom meetings dito sa mga devices na to. And probably, the one thing na important sa akin is yung noise cancelling na while you're using Zoom app. Now, itong si Apple, having 5 mics. So, pero binabasa ko sa spec sheet, wala siyang noise cancelling. No? So, si Samsung, having 3 mics and it has AI na noise cancellation. Meanwhile, itong kay Huawei, I think it's a lot better. It has 4 mics, AI noise cancelling, and it even has voice enhancement technology. So, I think pagdating sa experience when you're using it for Zoom meetings, sa mga online conferencing, no, I think this one has yung better experience. Pagdating sa presentation-wise, this one would give you a more standout pagdating sa voice mo. But, of course, ito is also okay, having 5 mics, but the downside is wala siyang active noise cancelling. So, meaning, kung tumilaog ang manok sa background mo, rinig na rinig. Dito sa dalawa, medyo mas bawas. Not totally na nawawala ang tilawak na manok, but mas bawas lang siya. That is the technology ngayon, no, na AI noise cancelling dito sa dalawa. But this one, having the voice enhancement technology, I think this one is a better choice pagdating sa presentation. Now, I have here kanya-kanyang pen. So, si Apple having the Apple Pencil, wala siyang latency na rating. Si Huawei having the M Pencil na second generation, it has a low latency. It goes as low as 2 ms. And si Samsung having the S Pen, it has a low latency na 2.8 ms. Okay? So, pagdating sa delays when you write, pinaka-least according sa spec sheet, ito kay Huawei has the lowest na low latency, no? So, meaning mas hindi delayed ang response ng iyong pen pagdating sa nagsusulat ka, no? So, I'll be trying it out in a little while sa kanya-kanyang mga notepad. So, we'll open this one, pages. This one, buksan natin si notes. Try lang natin magsulat on all of this device. So, papakita ko lang sa inyo, no? How it is to write on this, mga documents dito sa kanya-kanyang mga notepad, no? So, try lang natin magsulat dito, no? I-rest ko lang ang aking kamay dito. So, writing, Gadget, Sidekick. So, walang problema. Nabasa naman na maayos. So, let's just go over dito kay Huawei. So, probably the best, pag tinignan ko kung saan na gusto masulat, parang mas feel ko dito, no? Kasi sa nipis ng kanyang bezel, it looks like a notebook talaga for me. So, just simply write Gadget, Sidekick. And quite okay naman siya, no? So, makita natin, hindi pare-pareho ang stroke. So, pag diniinan ko, makita mo mas makapal. And pag ginaan ko, mas manipis, no? So there's two way of writing it. So, yan, kita natin, no? So, that's the beauty of itong M Pencil ni Huawei. It detects kung gaano kabigat ang iyong kamay. And parang nagsusulat talaga sa papel. So, that's how realistic tong M Pen naman ni Huawei. So, let's go over naman dito kay Samsung. Let's just simply write the same. Okay, Gadget Sidekick. Okay. So, kita natin, no, ang stroke ko is almost the same. Try ko magsulat na mas madiin, no? As opposed na magaan. It's not that far. Okay? So, unlike kay Huawei, mas realistic ang kanyang approach. So, pare-pare naman sila, no? Wala mo na-feel na delay in terms of writing dito sa kanyang mga pen. So, I think okay naman. Easy to use ang kanyang pen. So, I'll give it a try. Now, next is to show you how to mount yung mga pen yan. No? So, every tablet has its own mounting point. So, si Apple, you have to mount it here sa side. So, tinry ko naman dito sa likod. There's no other mounting point na meron. This is where you clip it. Kita natin, no? So, ganito kabilis lang naman kay Apple. Now, si Huawei, there's two way of mounting your pen. So, either you place it here sa lower right, like this, to connect and to charge. Kita natin M Pencil. So, pwede na rin i-connect din dito sa likod. It's also the same. Pwede. So, meanwhile kay Samsung, pwede mo i-mount dito sa side or pwede mo i-mount dito sa likod wherein yan ang kanyang default. No? This is made for that purpose. Okay? So, lalagay mo na siya dito and yun lang. Ganito ka-simple din kay Samsung. So, pag-usapan na natin quickly ang kanyang mga camera. So, si Apple having a 12MP na wide-angle lens, 10MP na ultra-wide-angle lens, and together up front, meron din siyang 12MP na front selfie shooter. Now, si Huawei having a 13MP na main sensor and a 8MP na depth sensor, and up front, it's a 16MP na front-facing camera. Si Samsung naman dito is having a 13MP na main lens, 6MP na depth sensor, plus, meron siyang recording up to UHD 4K. Now, sa kanyang harap, it also has a 12MP na main camera shooter. Now, when you take a look at these three shots na taken same lighting, I can see na probably pinaka-stand out dito sa low light. It has to be kay Samsung dahil kanyang reproduction ng kanyang color, it's probably the most realistic dito. And probably ang kanyang color reproduction dito is more accurate than dito sa aking tabi, no? Si Samsung definitely has the better camera sa kanilang lahat. Now, I did not try it sa outdoors dahil, well, I rarely use a tablet to take photos outdoors. Probably indoors might be okay to take some document, to take some photos. But bringing outdoors to take photos, it's not really that realistic. So, hindi ko na siya tinry. Now, I did try to get some selfie photos din dito sa front-facing camera. And I can say na si Apple probably gives me the better looking photo. Pinakagwapo dito sa tatlo. I would prefer talaga yung kay Apple dahil sa kanyang color reproduction, mas warm siya. And yung RGB light sa likod, mas nakikita ko as compared dito sa dalawa, no? Parang nawawalang RGB nito sa dalawa. Dito at least medyo kita pa. But kay Huawei, medyo parang nawawalang pagka-RGB ng aking background, no? And therefore, I can see na front-facing camera definitely has to be kay iPad Pro. So right now, guys, ipe-play lang natin one quick video na 4K. So, sinet ko lahat sila into 2K display. And ito, alam natin, si iPad having a LED display, si Huawei having an OLED display, si Samsung having an LCD panel. So, we'll just see, take a quick look lang kung sino nga ba mas magandang display dito sa tatlo. As far as I can say right now, taking a look dito sa tatlo, I think probably si Samsung medyo mas iwan dito sa display. And I'm right now taking a closer look between si Huawei and si iPad. Now, I can see na parang mas richer ang colors na nare-reproduce ni Huawei. Not by a far mile as opposed kay iPad. Now, I wouldn't say na sobrang lamang na sobrang layo si Huawei. But in terms of color reproduction, parang mas realistic mga nakikita ko dito kay Huawei, no? Of course, pumapangalawa dito si iPad Pro dahil maganda rin kanyang LED display. Alam mo naman natin si Apple making those panels. Maganda. And si Huawei is also doing their best to give you the best resolution possible. And kita naman natin dito, pagdating dito sa mga bubbles, parang smooth na smooth, no? Kasi dahil sa 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, makita mo very evident silang tatlo, pare-pareho naman. And when it comes to reproducing itong color nitong honey, parang maganda rin tong kay Apple. I wouldn't say na sobrang lamang si Huawei, but parang mas realistic tingnan yung mga kay Huawei. Medyo mas saturated pa ako dito kay Apple, based dito sa aking mata. And that's how I look at it. And pagdating dito, sa mga photos na ito, sa mga videos na ito, I can say na, well, si Samsung is also good, but definitely not as good as these two. So pagdating naman sa display, I can say I would give it a tie between si iPad Pro and ito kay Huawei. Now, right now, pag-uusapan na natin ang pricing nito. So si iPad is having a 256 gig of storage here is priced at 50,990. And of course, the accessories is sold separately. Si Smart Keyboard Folio is 9,990. And si Apple Pencil na second gen is priced at 7,990, which are all sold separately. Si Huawei having its tablet na 41,999 with a 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigs of storage. Free ang kanyang keyboard. And it's forever free, which is a good news. If you pre-order from September 2 to 8, yung second generation na M Pencil ni Huawei that is worth 5,990, it's also free. So, better grab the chance dahil sobrang sulit, guys. Meanwhile, itong si Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage is also priced at 41,990, and it comes with a free na S Pen. So, among these three, I think if you pre-order dito kay Huawei, sa package sa price and sa mga kasama na accessories, ito na yung pinakasulit. And in terms of performance, I would give it to si iPad Pro pagdating sa performance. But of course, syempre, pumapangalawa si Huawei dahil ang kanyang performance is good. I'm just, nanghihinaing lang dito kay Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 dahil ang kanyang Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 is hindi fully optimized. Now, overall, in terms of price, in terms of specs, in terms of performance, I think I have myself a clear winner here in the Huawei MatePad Pro, which is, for me, parang sobrang benta ako sa sobrang nipis na kanyang bezel, sa sobrang gaan niya, and sa sobrang laki na kanyang battery. I think the camera doesn't really is a big deal for me kasi I don't really take photos on a tablet. But I make sure na matagal ang battery, maganda ang kanyang display. That's the most important part sa akin for a tablet. And of course, syempre, yung pen niya is also working perfectly dito sa Huawei MatePad Pro. Guys, at the end of this one, I hope na may natutunan kayo dito sa video na ito. And if you like this video, don't forget na mag-subscribe kayo and like this video. And please share it to your friends who are probably looking for a tablet for their kids or for online schooling or probably use them for themselves sa office sila for online conferencing. I think this video would be very helpful. By the way, guys, thank you for watching. Ako pala si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up?